Do you even know how to hold a boundary? Hi, I'm Ronnie Littlewood from the Couples Clinic and 1 Million Marriages Saved, and I want to talk to you a little bit about how do we hold boundaries in our relationship. It's really hard to start change, especially when you've been married for a really long time. I've been married almost 30 years, actually at 30 years. And I know that every time as I grow and evolve, my needs change, I have to lay boundaries. But I've learned over the years that when you lay a boundary, not everybody likes it. But that's okay, because making a boundary is usually meaning about filling my own cup. So I want you, one, to start small. In other words, you're not going to go into the house and go gangbusters and everything's changing and this is how it's going to be now, because that's kind of autocratic and a little bit terrorizing. So we're not going to do that. All right. We're going to start with a small boundary. Maybe it's, I'm going to pull back on how much I give. Maybe it's, I'm going to look for help in whether it's with groceries or meal prep or cooking or whatever that is. I want you also to start and practice it more on a daily basis. So we're going to start with small boundaries and we're going to do them often. We don't need to have big emotional catastrophic reactions, and if you are, then that tells me maybe there's some unhealed wounds or some unresolved trauma that you might need to look at. So when we start small, we have a willingness to recognize that sometimes not everybody's going to love our boundary, but it's important for us to lay it. And the third and most important is that when we lay these boundaries, we're going to do it with love and respect. We're not going to be sarcastic, angry, digging, toxic, because that's not change, okay? It doesn't mean that there isn't going to be hurt in you, because clearly there's going to be hurt in you if you need to lay a boundary, because I feel threatened, or I feel like I give too much, or I feel like you don't care, or maybe even I'm holding resentment. Part of letting go of resentment, which means I'm going to stop being mad about pouring out of my cup into your cup, means that I'm willing to pour into my cup by laying these boundaries. So start small, practice often, and do with love and respect. Take care.